manifestation time of the apostasy. Now I'm going to give you type in the Old Testament. You listen to me carefully. How this thing started. We understand that the journey of the children of Israel is a type of me and you, because it's a natural church and we are a church spiritual. Alright? So now listen to this. I'm saying Ahab. You know how America was a type of Ahab. I showed you that, okay? Because Ahab was a weak king that Israel never had. So when America voted in Kennedy, Kennedy did not have a backbone. And Ahab did not have a backbone, you know that? Yes. Alright, I'm going to read the scripture that will prove that, alright? So Kennedy even had a back problem. Do you know that? So we will go slow so that we must catch this time. So a lukewarm, which is a condition today. God says when you are lukewarm, I can't hold you. I'd rather you be cold or hot. But this drug center, this person who's in between, God doesn't want. He's lukewarm. He's neither cold nor hot. That's why God speaks them out of the mouth. Alright, now what? Ahab marrying Jezebel. I'm going to give you the types that will show you today. We're talking about Israel then, but we're showing you the mark of the beast, how it started. Alright? How this beast is going to lure the state and the church to work together. Okay? Just watch this. Okay? It was the darkest age in Israel when Ahab married Jezebel. How so? We're going to find that because the messenger takes this. He says what you see happening there, Ahab marrying Jezebel, is the same thing that the Pentecostal churches are married to Rome. That's right. When the same church today are now being deceived to be part of the Roman system, it was happening in the natural there. Because when he came in there, he introduced idolatry. Alright? Into Israel. This woman, Jezebel. Now Jezebel today, which is Rome, is going to introduce the same idolatry. We'll come to that. Alright? Now, political and commerce. Now this is where it was an issue of political and commerce. How do you say that Ahab marrying Jezebel was political and commerce? It's interesting. We're gonna find it out. Now what? You notice each one of the church ages had his name until it comes to this dark age. So it was the darkest hour at that time. And look in the darkest age. And Ahab came in as a borderline believer. You know, he sits in the border. That's why I say he's a lukewarm. If the wind blows this side, he goes this way. If the wind blows this side, he goes this way. He's got no backbone. Okay. That's a borderline believer. Alright? Now what? And Ahab came in as a borderline believer. A lukewarm condition, like we have today. And we went over there and married this little princess. Who was this princess? Jezebel. Which was an idolater. If I have to share with you where Jezebel came from, 1 Kings 16 says Jezebel was a daughter of King Ahab, as a king Sidonian who was a murderer. So Jezebel already was a daughter of a murderer. And she's going to murder. Watch. She's going to murder right here. And this, what she's doing is what Rome is going to do. Okay? Alright, now watch. Go slow. Which was an idolater, brought her in and brought idolatry into Israel. Don't you remember that the very beautiful type? He lives with them because it just says type and then you must catch it. So I'll explain it in detail to you. When Protestants, in other words, Christians today, what you call Christians, born-again Christians today, when they married into Romanism, they brought idolatry again into Christianity. It's the same thing that Christianity is doing today when they are going to be marrying with the Catholic. They've done it. I've got the pictures, I've got everything, I'll show you. Alright? Christians have joined up with the Catholic And guess what? The boss is going to tell them, here we have 3 gods.
Yes.
Here we don't baptize with the water, we do this. Alright? And here Jesus was born in December. When we know Jesus was not born in December.
That's right.
He was born in April. Alright?
That's right.
So we go slow. We'll show you these things. In the dark, it's exactly geographically. Now, when you read the Bible, right? The prophet is taking it and is just hitting a paragraph for me and you. Let me explain it. When you read in the Bible, King Ahab was a weak guy. He goes to Naboth. Naboth was a believer, a type of you and me. And Naboth had a vineyard that was growing and feeding his family and all those things. Now, Ahab says, no, your vineyard is near my place. Let me buy it from you, and then I'll give you the other one. Naboth says no. And Ahab, being a man who was weak, he goes back home, he stays in bed, he doesn't woke up.
Right.
Alright? I'm going to read it in the Bible, because I might be telling a story, but I'm going to read it for you in the Bible. So he sleeps, he's sleeping in the morning, and Jezebel comes and says, why are you not waking up? He says, no, I'm not here. I'm tired. I'll ask Naboth for the vineyard. He doesn't give me. Jezebel says, hi, sweetie, wake up. I'm going to give it to you. You see?